Hello, how are you? My name's Samantha and this is Stitch Your Library. This is my little mini series where I am desperately trying to work my way through my Ravelry library. Oh my god, I said it right the first time. I don't think that's happened before. Apologies if I sound a bit rough. I've been asleep most of the day. I've been ill for most of the last week. It's also after 9 o'clock at night. It's raining really heavily outside, so the lighting's a bit iffy. But it's going to be a very short video because with me being ill, I haven't really done very much this week. I've got no finished objects and I have 2 whips, none of which are the penguin. So the penguin I haven't touched, and my brain's just not been in a let's do colour workplace. You know, it's not been anything serious wrong with me, but it's just made me really, really tired. And I have ADHD, and sometimes that makes you tired as well. So the penguin is a no-go this week. I hope to get some work done on it this week when I'm starting to feel a bit better. I'm feeling a bit better today than I was like previously, but oh, so fluff in my eye. Okay. What I do have is I put up a little short. I'm not sure if anybody saw it, but I put up a little short. Remember last week I'd said that I was going to use a tiny decisions wheel, because going through my my Ravelry library, what I was originally doing was going from the oldest projects that had been in my library till the most recent ones. However, because of the way that I tend to populate my Ravelry library is I will go and look for a certain thing. So I will look for a hat, and then I'll put like a bulk load of hats in there, or gloves, or amigurumis, or things like that. So that results in, when I look through my library from the oldest to the newest, I just have entire sections of one type of thing. And even though obviously they're all different patterns, I don't want to be making like 10 pairs of gloves in a row and things like that. So I've changed it up a little bit, changed the rules, because it's my game and I can do that. I've changed it up, so I have, I think it's 28 pages on my Ravelry library. And I use the tiny decisions wheel just to get that to pick a page number, and then I just picked something off that page. So the thing that I picked was Vincent the Dragon, and of course that's not the one that I have on here for you to look at first, because that would be useful. So I have my tablet here. Right, let's look at Vincent. Right, let's have a look. I'll show you him on the website, because that's probably easier. This is Vincent the Dragon. Sorry, there we go. This is a free pattern, but there is also a paid PDF version, which I think is $8. She has recently updated the pattern, because this was originally, see, she wears it like a little shoulder dragon. See how his tail comes in. This gives you an idea of like the scale and the size of him. Yeah, he's there he is on Ravelry. So on Ravelry you can buy the pattern, yeah, $8, which is about £6.54. He is part of an ebook as well, apparently. Oh, what's in the ebook? Oh, right. So these are the patterns that are in the ebook. I have this one as well, and I've made that one. I made that as a Christmas present for somebody last year. So there's 2 dragons, the dragon eye pillow, a wolf, a phoenix, and a peacock. And the book is $29, which is £23.69. So yeah, that's not bad, that. The pattern's really well made, really easy to read. I'm not as far in it as I wanted to be because I've been ill in my brain. Why? Like, she was unconscious and now I've started recording. Can you not with the bone, please? Lilith, nobody wants to hear you chewing your bone. She has like soft things that she can play with, but she just likes to have noisy things when I record. Lilith. I'm really sorry if it's loud. Right, Lilith, how about I swap you? How about you have that and I'll get rid of that. Okay. I've got rid of the bone. Okay, where was I? Vincent. So, for this, I am using Paintbox Aran. Now, it's the stuff that's left over from, if you've watched my main podcast, I made a blanket for my 12-year-old. And now that I'm saying that, I feel like I was supposed to use this yarn for something else, because I feel like I've said this recently. I made a blanket for my 12-year-old. It's the green and silver Alliance one. I might have been talking about the penguin backing because I backed it in green fleece. So that might have been why. I don't know. My brain. Anyway, so we have some of the silver left and this dark green. So I'm doing the main body in the green and the bitsies in the silver. That's the technical term. I'm using a 3mm hook. And what we have so far, got him in a right angle here. Right, so this is his neck, which I'm assuming the head attaches there and the body is going to come off here. So that's the neck part. We've got 2 little horns. The horns are supposed to be bigger than this, but I can't count. So this is what size they are now. It's, yeah, he's got his little nose horn. And his little head with his little nostrils. Lilith, do not knock the camera, please. I'm also recording on my phone, so I'm not going to be editing. This is just going to be getting recorded and straight up on YouTube. So we've got his little nostrils and his little head. It's like done from front to back, so I need to sew up the back here, which I'm not massively keen on having, unless it's going to have something covering it, which I don't think this does. No, it doesn't. So, yeah, I'm not mad keen on that, but it's what it is, isn't it? And the bit that I'm currently working on is the tail. Now, as you can see, there's quite a lot of shaping on this. This is not a beginner pattern at all. If you've got a bit of experience, it's not too bad. Like, I'm not finding it difficult, it's just a lot to follow. The pattern's really well written. It's all like done line by line, and it's easy enough to follow. My brain's a little bit fuzzy at the minute, so I'm struggling. But you see, like, you do the short row shaping to get around here and then around here, and then you have the choice of either having it like in the picture, so it's around your neck and the tail can drape down, and that would be good for like sitting on the back of the sofa or sitting on a table or something like that. Or there's an option to have the tail flat so it sits flush, so you can have it sitting on the bed or something like that. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. I would like to have been further along than this, but brain said no. I am going to do needle felted eyes, partly because I forgot to put the eyes in, but also I don't actually think I have eyes the right size. So yeah, I'm going to do needle felted eyes afterwards. Little face. So he's going to be very cute when he's done. The yarn I'm using for it, the green, I think is this one, which is Paintbox 249, and that's Paintbox Aran. Paintbox Simply Aran. And the silver one is 203. There we go, and I'm using my 3mm hook, which I've started favouring a bit recently. Before, I always used to use a 2.5mm hook for Aran weight, but I've started using a 3mm hook. I'm using it on the pig that I'm designing as well, which has also had no work in it because I need to do math, and my brain is just like, nope. But I've been using a 3mm hook and I'm actually quite liking it. So I think maybe my crocheting's getting tighter. I used to be a really, really loose crocheter, but I've noticed with a couple of things recently that because I spent so many years as a loose crocheter and a loose knitter as well, I always had to size down on my hooks and my needles. But I have noticed as I'm getting, maybe it's because I'm more stressed now. That could be an explanation. Maybe, I don't know. I know your tension changes over the years, but yeah, it could be because I'm more stressed now. But my tension seems to have got tighter in knitting and in crochet. So I'm actually having to swatch for things now where the size makes a difference. Things that size does not make a difference on. And the amazing thing to do when you're feeling ill. Granny squares. Now this is going to be a shawl. I'll show you on here. This is going to be this shawl. Can we see that? There we go. And this is the Spring Fling Triangle. And it is by Heather J. Anderson, who is the Unravelled Mitten. Now, now this one you can get it free or it's $3, which is about £2.45. And it is essentially, I'll show you again. It is a granny triangle with a picot edging on it. And because my brain is very, very mush, I thought that would be ideal. Now, in that, she's used a 4-ply and a 5.5mm hook. And she's used like one skein of 4-ply. Which is fingering weight, sorry. Fingering weight in the US is like, we call it 4-ply. But I didn't want to go to the effort of winding a skein up. I don't have anything already wound. So I picked up this, which is a DK weight, and I decided to use a 7mm hook with it. This is one full ball. So I'm going to have to add another ball to it because it's not quite, like it goes round, but not really. You know, you're not getting the triangle effect. It's not really. So I'm going to add another ball to it. The yarn that I'm using is this one. It's Yarn Art Door Dream Anti-Pilling. And it's that sort of stuff that's got... I had a couple of knots in the ball, which I wasn't very happy about. But it's this kind of... Let's see if I can find one that's going to show it a bit better. Yeah, it's this one that's like quite loosely plied. So let's try the darker one so you can actually see it. Can you see that at all? It's quite loosely plied anyway, and it's sort of comes apart quite easily. My face is in the way. Right, let's do that. It's the sort of yarn that does that. So, I mean, it's fine, and you just do that and it goes back to normal. But it can be a little bit annoying when you're crocheting. Yeah, see, like on that green bit there. You can probably see it better on that. It's one of these that sort of comes apart. And now I've just wasted 5 minutes of your life looking at yarn that's falling apart. I'm sorry. It's been alright to crochet with, so I'm using a 7mm hook for it. Because I figured, you know, if using a 4-ply with a 5.5, if I'm using DK, and it's quite a light DK. This stuff is, so that's the colourway there. Come on, focus. You can do it. 1024. Are we focusing? It's not 1024 at all. It's 1054. Oh, my brain. I'm sorry. Right. 1054 is the colourway. And Yarn Art Adore Anti-Pilling. It's 280 metres for 100 grams. So I think that's a little bit light. It's nice to work with. The colour's nice. It's lovely and soft. And because I've used a 7mm, it's got a nice drape on it. This is how we test for drape. So yeah, I'll just get another ball of that and put another few rows and then a picot edge on it. That's the thing, you use, when you're making a granny triangle, the first ball will do all of this. The second ball's probably going to do maybe about another 5 or 6 rows. And then the border. So it's not going to actually get massively bigger than this in my previous experience of granny squaring. But yeah, that's going to be another 2 that are going to be off the list. So let's see, where are we at now? In my library, we are currently on 123 made and 1,361 not made. I would like, I mean, it's probably not going to happen, is it? But I would like to get below 1,000 by the end of the year. That is very, very unlikely. However, I've got quite a lot of like small patterns in here. So once it starts getting towards the end of the year, I might start. I want to be able to do a Christmas market. Sorry, the dog just sniffed the phone. I want to do Christmas markets this year, so I'll be looking at some of the small, easier to make patterns for doing that. Assuming I can move house in time and get a car and things in time. Dog's just been really annoying now. Right, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry this has been very rambly and waffly. I'm gonna go to bed now because my brain is just going bleh. And the dog's being really annoying. Okay, so I'll be back on Friday for podcast. I'll be back next Monday for another Stitch Your Library, hopefully with some finished objects. I mean, this should definitely be finished. And hopefully Vincent will be finished as well. I think he's going to be really cool when he's done. And then once Vincent's done, I'll be spinning the wheel again to see what else can I make. Okay. I will see you next week. Have a lovely week. And yeah, I'm going to go. Bye.